Okay, testing, 1, 2, testing, 1, 2. Are we live? Are we live? Come on, you sound check, sound check. All right, so welcome guys to this episode. This is a new game called Government Simulator. Now, what I have to do is I have to hold on, just give me 1 second. All right, so boom. All right, there I am. All right, so welcome you guys. Today I'm gonna be playing Government Simulator. Why it feels so great to be back yet again. I've been gone, but this is a game that somebody had sent to me, and they wanted me to play the game, and it's called Government Simulator, and I'm going to be the president of the USA. All right, so apparently I started the game already, but let me see. I have to restart the game all over again. Um, hold on. Okay, let me just start the game all over again, and then I don't know. It told me that I had one election, but let me see. Okay, okay. I think I have to turn down the sound on here. Okay. Let's start a new game. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to get you guys. Let me see. Boom, boom, and boom. All right. And this is Government Simulator. Okay, and definitely wanted to give you guys you know dibs on what this is and play the game first time. All right, so let's get into it. I'm gonna actually hide my face, and I'm gonna bring this down, and I'm gonna go ahead to boom. All right, cool. All right, so I'm gonna be playing as the United States, right? I'm gonna be playing as the United States. I'm gonna be playing as the United States. All right, so I'm playing as the United States, and I'm gonna put it on very difficult, right? And as you can see, the United States, it says easy, but it shouldn't be easy. Population at 30, just about over 32, 320 million, and then we have a GDP of 18 billion. And then here is spending 3.9 billion. The debt is 71%, and the GDP to ratio, and the issue is crime rate. So we're just gonna go in and see what this game is all about. All right. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start the United States. You could play Germany, Switzerland, Australia, United Kingdom, France, and Russia. So we're gonna play here. All right, so as you can see, I have just won re-election, and it says, congratulations, you have won the elections. From now on, you will have full control over this country for the whole legislation period of the United States. And if you do your work well, and consequently your approval rate is good, you might be re-elected. So we're gonna see what's happening right here so far. Okay, so this is a tutoring. And the traditional gives you everything from overview, government spending, taxes, laws, statistic dates, the press, military conflicts. So let me see. I'm just gonna go ahead and turn this. Hold on. Before we do, I'm just gonna go ahead and see if I can turn this volume down. But in the meantime, I'll just show you guys real quick what this is all here, what you're seeing. Welcome to Government Simulator. This is an overview screen. You have an overview of the whole country here. Here is the next quarter. I do know some of this stuff, but I just want to show you guys. Also, this here is the implement effective points. that you can do, and it'll carry over on the next quarter if you're not really fixing anything. And there's a lot of things that you can fix here, especially where our country is in the shithole when it comes to certain things and having certain people in office. But right here, I'm President Clemons, and I was the president elect, and now I'm the president of the United States in this game to pretty much show you guys and try to fix the economy. So there's a lot of stuff that you can do, a lot of things that we'll be able to see. Again, here, this is the implement points. Okay. Then we have the taxes right here. We're in the laws where we're just be able to show everything that's happening in the country. Okay, so now that I showed you everything of that, let me just show you guys real quick. Uh, so here is the United States. Obviously, this is not real. We're in 2020, but I'm gonna turn the volume down because I'm not really sure if it's okay. That's kind of cool. All right, so back to game. All right, so here on this side, we see our income, spending, deficit. We want to turn this deficit into a surplus. Surplus is us spending, so we got money to spend. Deficit is when we're we're in the hole. This is our debt. Obviously, this is not real. We're not in the billions. We're in the trillions, honey. Okay, population is 321,441,546 people. Our GDP, uh, the year is here, and our approval rate is 50. Now, it gives you everything from spending, taxes, laws, statistic data, press, and military conference. We have media coverage, we have press, most pressing issues, and we have the goals, and then we have the next election, which says the next election will take place on January 22nd, and quarters until election is 16, and my rating is 50. And then on this side, you see the spending, the income. This is the map, which we definitely see that the territory of the United States, and this is the military conflicts. Now, a couple of things. Um, there's no rush in this game. I put it on difficult because I want it to be difficult because again, I'm not really sure how this is ran. This is my first time doing all this, but I'll just go through this just as well as new to me is new to you. I'm playing it. Okay. So let's go on this side. So we see an overview. This will be considered an overview. Now this is the government spending. From the government spending, we have everything from transportation, security, social security, defense, medical, education, finance, science, energy, communication, waste and supply, care, cultural, and sports and leisure. So far, right now, it seems like Social Security is definitely is the big piece of the pie, and then we have our defense, which will, I believe is our military, and then the United States transportation, which I see, which only thing that I know is that we only have the Amtrak and we only have Greyhound, which will travel from one part of the country to the other part of the country, right? So, and then we have this with the Social Security, which I'm pretty sure is the dues and people getting Social Security when they want to retire and stuff. So all that money will definitely be part of their Social Security as they get older. Education is only 7% of education money being about education in the United States, which I think that in my term we will definitely try to make sure that we try to break. We try. First of all, Social Security is too much. I think our defense is too much. I'm not really sure if this implement here is going to be for what's going to happen in the game, but eventually the effect of what I do in my administration will actually pinpoint these numbers here. So with the medical, we see we have 70.17 billion going into it, which is only 6%. And then we have this care here, which I'm not really sure what that's all about. The waste and supply, energy, communication, security. And then we have the finances, sports and leisure, culture, and science. Now, let's see. Current quarterly expenses. This is about 1 point something billion. Okay. All right. So let's see. Our transportation. Okay. So the tutoring is telling us that we can go and we can change this. I guess the slider. We can slide and use our points to increase and decrease certain things in the budget for transportation, as well as for our street, airport, railways, buses, and bikeways. Okay, that's our transportation. Security. This is the security in our country, which a lot of people, with the whole on the heels of Black Lives Matter and with the criminalizing the police department, this would be where there this would be it within the funding for federal funding or government funding. This would definitely be where they make the significant change at, which I have not touched this. All this stuff that I'm showing you is basically what my predecessor has done. And I'm just showing you guys, getting a feel of what's here and what we can do to make it happen and make it work, and what I'm going to do, and what would be definitely a great deal of, from advisories. That's why you have cabinet members, your staff advisory, chief of staff, and etc. Okay, so we have security for our police departments, the prison, and also intelligence. Okay, so Social Security. So we see that the bigger piece of the pie of the Social Security was happening from this here, which we see why. So, okay, so institutional to help make life easier for the population and maintain social peace. Social Security includes unemployment benefits, health insurance, pensions, family support, total complete spending for Social Security quarter, which we have 530.19 billion. Then we can tackle unemployment benefits, healthcare, insurance, pensions, and also family support. Our defense will be our Navy, Army, Air Force. Defense is quarterly right here, more than needed. Definitely would probably either take money out of the defense, but I did see in the beginning that there's actually two wars that's happening, which I actually seen. One was in Syria and the other one was in Afghanistan. Now, really, I'm not really sure if it has anything to do with the game, but if we pull out of it, but I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. But our defense here, military here is about 191.8 billion, 80 billion, more than needed, but eventually this will fluctuate. Again, this is everything from the Navy to the Army to the Air Force, even though we do have Marines and all the other stuff, um, you know, in the game, hopefully. You know. All right. Next, we'll deal with medical. Now, I do know in the country we have had the Obamacare. We've had a lot of problems with certain things with our health reform. So, hopefully, right here, as being the president of the United States, I will definitely help out here, even though the medical, it says, is good. But in the same way, our hospitals, physicians, and rescue services, remember, I'm just now coming into office. And when we have when everything else fluctuate and change, certain things have to, because remember, you have to lower the taxes and balance the budget. That's the module here, okay? Is to definitely make our deficit go to our surplus, so we can definitely make sure that our citizens of this great country, out of that 321 million people, can reap and sow the benefits of what this great country could could potentially become outcome. Because we have some other countries that are out there where the money and gold and stuff are not really meaning anything anymore. But in our country, we want to make it sure it's right. We're the greatest country on earth. Okay, so we have our hospitals, okay, that we'll be dealing with, even though, again, everything you're seeing here is from my predecessor and what definitely took place, before I got here. And we can hopefully change that. And this here is our physicians and rescue services. Then we're going to go to education, which is dealing with our primary schools, secondary schools, higher learning, libraries, and everything. So far, they're saying that it's good. There's our primary schools, secondary schools, higher education. And I think when we move this bar either up or down, it takes away our implement services effective points up here. And these are the points that help fix things. And again, you got some that can take a lot, some that can, just be just right. And then you got some, I think like you see, I have 20 up here. I think when I show you guys, when we can try to pull out of one of the wars, it's going to take up all our implements effective points. Okay, so we're just looking to that. All right, so educational libraries, that's what that education is all about. Finances. So in the finances, it deals with our banking, it deals with our taxes and our monetary system. And also we have the science, which is research and develop and space program, and then our energy, which is our electric, natural gas, long distance, and petroleum station networks, our communication, which is broadcast, internet, telephone, and postal service. Now, speaking of postal service, if you know right now within the United States right now, there's like a big battle with the United States Postal Service where they are saying that if the postal service do not get a what is called a bailout, it will mean some trouble in the near couple of weeks or months because election is happening, and then the current administration, not us, administration is saying that they are saying that people are not going to they're not going to be playing a fair game, and that their postal ballots are not going to be back in time to be counted for the election, which is happening between the red and the blue. Okay, and congratulations to Joe Biden and Kamala Harris for being the Democrat nominees for president and vice president, and I believe Republican the red, which is Trump and Pence. Okay. So here, that's the postal service right now is saying that they're good. But again, ladies and gentlemen, when we deal with majority of certain things to try to lower the taxes and balance the budget, everybody's going to see an effect uh, across the board. Everything is possibly going to show an effect. Okay. Then here you see waste and supply, which is dealing with the waste disposal, the water treatments in our country, the recycling and environmental protection, which is definitely plays a big part of our economy ecosystem and our global warming. And also our drinking water, which we do know that some areas, and speaking of drinking water, the New Jersey was just issued an effect to have to boil water because some type of element in the water. And then we have the care. We have care of child care, how much we can add for that, orphans, retirement homes, women's shelters, and nursing services. Now, back then, with the whole COVID and coronavirus, they were saying that the nursing service and the welfare, the women's shelters, was definitely a big problem, and they had took money out of this because they knew that it wasn't going to be beneficial to have these shelters or nursing services up to par because people were dying in them. That's the only reason why they didn't have the amount of money into it is because if they did, then people wouldn't be going into the nursing homes and they wouldn't be under budget and understaffed. Okay, they don't have that much. They don't have the people to take care of the people there. So what they do is that they either close them up or they just take the money out of it. And this is this is how and where and why and how, the money that they can use for these services. We see it right here. Then we have culturals, which is museums in our countries and the concerts and halls. Right now, I believe Broadway is closed down because I believe of the coronavirus is still closed. Okay, and then we have sports and leisures, playgrounds, sports facilities, and zoos. Well, speaking of our sports facilities, A lot of sports facilities is opening up, but they just not having any type of audience. Or if they are having audience, they will have like a small capacity of, how many people they can have there. But I actually seen a baseball, I think it was a baseball game that was happening in Yankee Stadium. And then next thing you know, I think I was like, wait a minute, how the hell do they got all these people in the background? And then when I looked really closely and I had to rewind back, I was like, wait a minute, that looked like digital effect of looking like, people is in the background. I was like, wow, that's so cool. All right, so that shows all the government spending. All this right I have showed you, this is an overview of the government spending. Everything that I just showed you is all in this piece of pie. And again, Social Security takes up a lot when it comes to this pie. Okay, and again, throughout my uh, term and throughout my presidency, I'm going to either fluctuate this, make it better, make it right for the citizens, and we'll definitely see what's happening and if the people are better, worse. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, taxes. Okay, so now let's go to taxes. Um, so taxes. This is a shows a list of all the income by taxes and dues. You can adjust the details by clicks and categories on the left. Currently, quarterly income is 1,068,000. Okay, so we just say 1 billion. Okay, again, we see that income taxes is the highest. Then we have Social Security dues, and then we have property taxes, corporate taxes, sales taxes, tobacco taxes, insurance taxes, fuel taxes, real estate transfer taxes, inherited taxes, alcohol taxes, wealth taxes, several taxes, finance transitional taxes, power tax, stamp duty tax, gambling taxes, coffee tax. Wow, I've never really heard of those taxes, but we're just getting to what taxes that we have here. Okay, so we have sales taxes, saying that again, this is the whole bar here, which you could tell us the consumption taxes of how much we can milk the people of this great country out of. Which I would think that it would be really bad to milk people out of sales taxes because again, people won't want to be regulated and they won't want to. That's when you start to get knockoffs, and when you get knockoffs, that's because the sales taxes is definitely too much, and you will have these knockoffs, and then people will bring stuff at black market prices with no taxes. You get me? So we're not going to be able to make any money that way, but we have to be really careful with the sales taxes. And then we have the real estate transfer taxes, which I'm not really sure what that's all about, but it says the tax on the privilege of transferring real property, average taxes real for a real estate transfer. I guess so if somebody transfer real estate, then they have to tax them. So right now it's at 3%, and I guess I'll learn what that's all about in my administration. Okay, we have insurance tax, which is tax levy on insurance and reassurance transaction, including related services are performed by insurance brokers and insurance agency. Okay, insurance tax. Okay, so yeah, so if somebody want to get life insurance, I'm thinking that's what that's all about. Insurance tax, like they can get insurance on their car, they can get insurance on their house, they can get insurance on any just about anything or anybody. They can even get insurance on a cat or a dog, or even a phone, or even cable. I don't know, but everybody's looking at this insurance here. Right now, the insurance tax here in our country is 7%. The financial tax, there is, let me see, mandatory financial taxes on sales like stocks, bonds, future currents. Well, right now there is nothing on there, so I guess I'm not gonna touch that because I don't think we even have a financial taxable tax. I don't know. I have to see. Stamp duty. So this is definitely such as a cliche, receipts, military commission, marriage license, hmm, physical stamp. These are like all the things that you don't want to put in society because again, people would just go buck wild on you, and your rating report would definitely go down, and you will have a hell of a problem trying to win the trust of the American people to get your vote on your next reelection. And add in this financial tax, I've never heard about that. And stamps duty tax, never heard about that. Okay, inheritance tax, it seems like we heard about that because we have a history here, and it says the tax paid by a person who inherited money. So I'm thinking the inheritance tax is something like the lottery, right? Money or property of a person who has died. Uh, okay, so inherited money or property. Yeah, so yeah, inherited money. Yeah, because you can get inherited money from the state lottery. That's money that you get. That's inherited. So you have to pay taxes on that. So right now it's about 20%. And then especially if mama have died and left the son and the daughter a home, then they would definitely have to have a average rate tax for inheritance tax about 20%. That's what the current administration has here. I don't know if that's going to stay like that or if that's going to change. Severance tax. I've never really heard about this. This is tax paid for existing natural resources such as oil, natural gas, coal, urine, and timber. Average tax. Don't really need to implement that. Not yet. I don't think that's something that I'll look at my administration. If it's not here, I'm not going to touch it. Okay, so next, that was transfer taxes that we was looking at. Now we're going to go to property taxes. So property taxes, income taxes per people. So okay, tax on the income of individuals. So when you get your paycheck, you expect that the government will take out 35% of this money. Can include payroll taxes imposed on employee. Average tax rate for the income is about 35%. Again, this is money that's taken out of your paycheck, and you will see this back at the end of the year when you file your taxes. It's just more like basically a bank for you automatically for you because some people really are not into saving money. So technically, you get the money back. It's just more like you just basically telling the government what you're doing. I guess that's like a way of like tracking you or keeping tabs on you. I mean, I'm not really sure why, but I guess I understand why, if that makes sense. Because, like, say for instance, like if they're giving us the money through, they're making it, they want to control it and try to track it to see like who has what and where. So I guess it's like a lot of people go to jail for a certain thing because they like, well, how is it that John Doe has a mansion, a car, and like 3 scooters, 5 bikes, and like 2 airports, and he only has this much money, but he has all that. So it's like, where did he get that from? So I guess that's would definitely be something. But again, there is other ways you can go around that, which we have people who are being paid off the books, and that is people who are definitely not being taxed. And those are like people who are definitely going to be the ones that's gonna have to answer to the tax administration on what happened to the money that you basically made and then filed. That's what that's all about. But so far in our country, it's 35%, and which a result of the quarterly income about 42.82 billion, representing 39.85% of the total income. Then we have corporate taxes. Now, these are tax imposed of the net profit corporations, similar legal entitled average tax on corporate taxes, and is currently 35, at which the quarterly income tax is at 97.47. So I'm kind of like really bad at this. But if I'm reading this right, and I can go back to income taxes, if you notice the income taxes right here is about 422.82 BN, and the corporate tax is about 35% at 97.47 BN. We got a problem. How is it that our income taxes is like more at the same percentage, and then if we come to our corporate taxes, they're like the same, but they're like less. So I definitely believe that we might have to lower the taxes on this income taxes and balance the budget to make sure that people are we're getting their fair share. Because I know we have a lot of corporate people that are coming in and milking other people and trying to get their piece of the pie and thinking that the government's just gonna like bail them out. Like, no. So I think again we will see what we can do with our corporate taxes at some point. Property taxes. So property taxes, the value of real estate and a piece of the land of a building. Average tax of property tax is the current 1%, which result in a quarterly of 104.5 billion, representing 9.78% of the total income. So right now, these are from my predecessor from here to here so far as bringing in this. So I'll definitely see what the people are talking about when it comes to their property taxes, income taxes, corporate taxes. And then we have wealthy taxes, which I believe that, again, if anybody should be taxed, it should be them. And right now, the predecessors have not implemented any type of percentage towards the wealthy tax. However, I believe that the wealthy tax should be taxed regardless. Because anybody can be making money. And it's like, again, where did you get that money from? You're a millionaire all of a sudden. Like, again, we're going back to John Doe with the mansion, that car, that the two airports, and he's only got a $39,000 salary and he's like all this stuff, which is how in the hell did he get all that? So wealthy taxes might be something that will be considered, looked at upon this administration. Social Security dues is at 14%, which is mandated dues for the state Social Security services, including health, pension care, and unemployment insurance. The amount it paid depends on an income, average tax rate. Social Security dues is currently 14%, and it's bringing in 286.13 billion, and that's representing 26% point 79 total income. So again, this is the percentage right now for the mandated dues of Social Security. Now let's see exercise. So we have fuel taxes, which is something that a lot of Americans are definitely for or against. Now, again, it can be good, it could be bad. However, it's again, it is diesel and gasoline. Right now, the fuel tax is currently at 1%, which I'm not really like. Again, I'm all new to this just as well as you are. I'm not really sure what these numbers are in the game, but again, I put it on very difficult, and again, hopefully, I might have problems with my administration. But again, I have not even moved on to next quarter. Again, there's no time value to this game. It is all within what you can do to make it right and fix it quick before you have problems. And if you have problems, again, when one thing is changed, it's a ripple effect across the board. So we have to again lower the taxes and balance the budget. That's my mojo. Okay. So fuel taxes 1%. Again, I will look at that in the near future. Power tax again. I never heard of power tax, but again, someone was saying that in other countries, I think the United Kingdom, they were saying, or Australia somewhere, they actually have power tax. And again, power tax is an excise tax on electric power consumption. Now, we don't really have that problem over here, let alone when we have our hurricanes and tornadoes and stuff. We have like power companies like Con Edison and PSE&G that is definitely not liked by the governors, the government of the United States, because it's a lot of stuff that's happening, a lot of trees, a lot of people who don't have electricity, and they feel that the corporations, again, corporations, and also these power places are not doing their jobs. So if we was to implement power taxes, that would definitely be really harsh to everybody, because it's like, uh, is that good? And then you have some people who say, hey, listen, power tax is probably good because, again, it definitely probably will help out on how much people will consume, a consumption of how much power they use, and think about using solar. solar system. Naylove can tell you all about that. Solar systems for your home using that's power for the sun, and eco-friendly, which is not so bad in the strain on the environmental, right? So hey, I mean that'd be good to have power tax, and then differently will be different. I don't know, but right now we don't have that here in this country. I don't think so. Okay, alcohol taxes. We do have an alcohol tax, and again, alcohol tax does play a big part in whether or not people are going to spend on alcohol. But again, like I said, between alcohol taxes and tobacco tax, as you see, alcohol tax is at 15%, and tobacco tax is at 75%. And no matter what you do, no matter what you say, they're not going to stop drinking and they're not going to stop smoking. That's the bottom line. They're not going to stop drinking and they're not going to stop smoking. Between your cigarettes, between your entourages, between your cigars, between your Black and Milds, they're not gonna stop smoking. You can increase this all you want to, it's not gonna happen. Alcohol, everybody's gonna drink their brandy, they're gonna drink their Ciroc, they're gonna drink their Hennessy, they're gonna drink their cognac, they're going to drink their smeared off, no matter how much. And right now, it's not even up as high as tobacco taxes. However, alcohol is pulling in 2.89 billion, which that brings in 2.27% of the total income. So we'll just look at that. Then we have gambling taxes, and then we have coffee tax, which I love coffee, but why would you want to put a tax on coffee? Okay, so again, this is the overview of the taxes parts. Okay, now we're gonna go to laws. So again, we have the option to write a new law. So this shows the list of active laws you can adjust by, you know, pressing this for writing a new law. So far, with the overview in this game, it has employment legislation, and then big, big. Now these are like some of the certain. These are like really the things that this great country is working on. Yet alone, they find common grounds between this their constituents and other people, such as the uh, the top manufacturer companies in this country. So here we're going to look at some of the things from employment legislation to social security legislation and to justice and environmental legislation. I'm going to go over what they are and what they mean. And if I don't know what it means, I can get word on what it means. But if someone knows what it means, then help me and my administration find out what it is and how we can help this great country. All right, so employment. So we have from working time, minimum age, and unions. So I know big time people say, well, certain things of campaigning, they say, hey, listen, when you become president of this great country, one of the things that some of their constituents will ask for minimum wage. So I can definitely look at working time, that's set normal working time, legal working weeks and hours, working more considered overtime must be paid in the higher rates. So this is what it is. Right now, we all know it's 40 hours, which that's not something that I would want to change, because if that changed, then that would make a ripple effect through the whole effective. So working time hours is 40. You have an option to change it, and you have an option to abolish this law. Then we have minimum wage, minimum working age. So the set of minimum age required by law for personal work is 14 is the legal working age restricted, and legal working age unrestricted is all the way up to 18. So I think that that's something that we are currently can agree with for the United States. Okay, minimum wage. Now, with minimum wage, now it breaks my heart because minimum wage should be something in an area where people can afford, so they can make money for them and their family, especially for themselves. And it troubles me because I've just found out that different states have different minimum wage. I say that and I say it again. Different states have different minimum wage. Well, you can go to California and minimum wage in San Francisco, I believe, is about $13 or $15, and you have minimum wage in New York, New Jersey, or Connecticut at $7 or $8 an hour. That just doesn't make any sense. Then you wonder, like, why is it like homelessness a big problem over there in California? And I looked at that as well, and then found out that majority of apartment over there in California is about $2,000, $3,000 compared to over in New York, New Jersey, Connecticut is 1,000. But you're not gonna get no $13 an hour, which I do know again that there's different sets from at a point of federal and state. Now, federal is higher than I think it's at $11 something, but we have an option to increase the minimum wage. Right now in this country, it's $7.28, and then we have unions. So the minimum wage is dependent over the laws of overly low values um, might cause people to not want to work. However, I did see that when you increase the minimum wage, it gives people certainties and it actually puts money back into the budget. And again, special shout out to Andrew Yang. Special shout out to Andrew Yang, former president candidacy who ran for president. Shout out to him. I will always understand math, make America think harder, because again, if he became the president of the United States, I would believe and know that we will be on the right track. He's young, vibrant, and he has a great idea. I just don't understand what's happening right now. But again, I guess that's what the people picked. I didn't pick it. I picked something totally different. Okay, so unions. Unions is definitely determine whether the formation of a trade union as well as going on strike is permitted. Trade unions provide better working conditions for workers, but can criticize for limited economic growth. Economic growth, and right now it's under control circumstances. So, social legislation. We have retirement age. So right now in our country, we have women is at 66, men is at 66. You can make it 60, you can make it 50, you can make it 100, you could probably make it 12. I don't know. But you could change this, and whatever you do, keep in mind that you will be using your implement effective points. We have abortion. Now, this is something big in our country as well because people are for life and some people are against it, for it, against it. So, again, in this game, it's set legal framework, pregnancy termination, implement of the law is usually controversial for moral and religion reasons. It has strongly impacted on the approval rate of the population. So, in this game, it says allowed under circumstances, punishment medium. Again, I don't know because again, there's a lot when it comes to this. As it says again, it says controversial. Uh, my administration is not going to look into this, not at the current time, because again, abortion should be the right from the child, the person who's giving birth, and you know how it's supposed to be. And I think at some point they're saying that it's not life or it is life when they do it. I don't know. I have to look into all this. When I understand these laws and understand what it really means, and if it does take effect in the game, I don't know. Maybe it will, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Okay. Maternity leave. So right now we don't have anything, but this is something that was really big and wanted to be passed in the country, in this country. Maternity leave, and I think it was like another act that wanted to pass. I think it was what was it? What was it? What was it? Sick leave. I think sick leave, like when they wanted to leave. But right now, maternity leave here it says legal rights exemption from work after birth of a child is known as paternity leave. And so, like right here, this will give like the month after the birth that they can do it, and then thereafter, probably like 2 days. I don't know, 2 days, 2 months. I don't know how that works, but that's what this is. Okay, health insurance is when anchor in law, mandate health insurance, provide health care to all people in the country at the reduced cost or even for free. Now, it could be good, it could be bad. You balance in the budget. Again, you have private sectors, you have open sectors, you have people who ain't never been to the doctor before because they're scared of how much they're going to be charged. And again, health insurance could be free, but again, how would that affect on all the other stuff? Because again, if we make health insurance free for all, then that means our other things like our sale taxes and guns, not guns, tobacco and alcohol is going to go up, right? Because people are just going to feel that they can, but it's going to hurt and strain our doctors and stuff because they're like, well, damn, everybody's getting sick and nobody's paying for it. So I see where you have to balance the budget on here, but we will see. Certain countries, I don't know, maybe they have free health insurance. And then the biggest, and the most controversial too, gun control. Regulation ownership of use of a firearm is allowed, can influence the crime rate as well as consent rate of the population. So right now it says allowed, never, nearly always allowed, and then punishment medium. Punishment medium, I don't know. So we'll definitely see on this because again, they do have what is called the NRA, the National Association Rifle, yeah, the NRA, National Rifle Association, and they are really big when it comes to their union and definitely what they want. Well, I don't know if they're a union technically, but they are a place that a lot of people pay into, and they have rights and all this stuff across the board, and you don't want to mess with them. Okay, but we shall see in this administration. And then justice, punishment policy, determination how strictly general laws are applied, and how harsh punishments are affect the crime rate and the population approval rate. So right now, I'm not going to mess with that. The death penalty, I'm not messing with the death penalty, even though people are for the death penalty. They say you kill one person, you have to take a life, you give a life, take a life. Right now, I do know that a couple of states, Tennessee, uh, Texas, Florida, um, Georgia. I think all those places do have death penalty, and I do know just most recently they just fried like three men on a federal level, and yeah, so that's the death penalty. I don't think I'll be looking at that at no point. Some point, maybe we have people who may feel that if the crime is high, death penalty may be something. Serious crimes such as murder and everything. I don't make that determination. I'm not God. So we shall see what my administration shall do. At this time, it says under controlled circumstances. And then last but not least, we have the pollution. Determines whether and how environmental problems such as air and water pollutions are punished. Strong perception, prosecution of offense can improve the environment. So right now, uh, they have so many wildfires that's happening in California. And I think at some point, one person was charged for even like starting the fire. And, it really, I think they arrested him, but it really messed them up over there because they are really battling it out. Because over there, it's like really dry conditions. And it's like, with dry conditions, fire can start everywhere and our pollution. So right now, the punishment is medium, but I think harsher punishments is coming. Hold on, just give me 1 second, guys. Okay, turn it down. All right, so definitely haven't really done anything yet in my first administration. So, but I haven't. I'm just still going over the things. It's just a lot to go over, right? We're already 50 minutes within the game. Let me just take this time out to, if anybody's watching. So, special thanks to those who are watching and tuned in. We are live on the Omega Studio News Facebook page, like page. We are live on YouTube and live on Periscope. So shout out to everybody who's on Periscope. Shout out those who are on YouTube. Shout out those who are on Mega Series like page. All right. Again, this is Government Simulator, and I am the president. So on YouTube, shout out those on Mega. I am the president, Kareem J. Clemons, and this is my administration. This is right here, right now. Okay. All right. So, and then you can, last but not least, write a new law. So you can like come through all this over here. Okay. So let's see what's happening. We got the mouse going. Okay. So from selective legislation to economy legislation to environment legislation, we can write laws such as public transportation, consumption, vaccination, gender equality, compulsion, military service, prostitution, one child policy. Never really heard about that. Flat taxes, universal basic income. Now, this is something that Andrew Yang, if I'm not mistaken, I think this is something Andrew Yang wanted to do. So let me see. When anchor and law, unconditional basic income replace unemployment insurance and pays out a fixed amount to every citizen. Yeah, this is exactly what Andrew Yang was saying, where every citizen should get like $1,200 every month, 12 months for the rest of their life. This is almost something like what Alaska's doing, where they're getting money from their, I think it's oil, and he's saying that Andrew Yang saying we should get money from our technology. You understand? But you never know. This administration might look into doing universal basic income. Maybe at some point we might do it and then see how it works for a term, and then we might get rid of it. I don't know. It depends on if we. It's all about turning our deficit into a surplus and also getting our debt wiped out. But again, I'm playing in very difficult levels, so I'm not really sure. I might have to go a couple of terms to do this to make it happen. But again, we can. That's something that we can get. We can give universal basic income to people. Okay, we just don't know how much. 30%. I don't know. We shall see. Small business subsidized. That will be something that will be very helpful to small businesses. It can influence economic development and procedures of the government, expeding of financial and spending on this. Again, we can only give this out if we have a surplus. Now, I think at some point it would be helping out for the small businesses, depend on, again, when we add all this, when our administration, when the Clemens administration adds in all this stuff, and implement all these subsidizing things, again, it's going to either be a bad effect or a good effect to the economy, into our GDP, into everything that we do. Everything that I showed you from our taxes and our government spending, all these things are going to add good or bad. And again, and like I was reading, part of what's really bad in society today is subsidized, bad subsidized. And those subsidized are only good for the rich and wealthy people. It's not helping people. Uh, we got agricultural subsidies, subsidized, which is it pays farmers and ensures the farmers also survive in low income years to secure the food supply for population. It can influence the economy and development. So this is something that would be good. Art subsidized, which would be good for percentage for state spending. Tourism. Uh, what is this? Quarantine erasing. So this here is assured that the central bank buying of government bonds, which should lower interest rates on bonds, thus high public debt can be handled more easily, but can both positive and negative effect on the economy development. I gotta read about it. I never heard about that before. Cash ban. Okay, we got a cash ban, which anchor into law that prohibits the use of cash, instead purchase made with cashless payments via credit card transfers. Wow, that's actually something that we definitely don't want to do. Have a cash ban. I don't think that's something that import tariffs. That's something that this administration can look into. Maybe it may be a good thing. Maybe it may be a bad thing. But right now, current administration for the United States had implemented a lot of tariffs on our foreign countries, and I know China is one of them that have seen the brink of high tariffs when it comes to this section. And again, right here it says when anchored into law, it imposes tariffs on all imported goods by the adjustable factors. And it makes import goods from foreign countries and artificial more expensive. Tariffs can be viewed as distorted to the free market and might cause benefit for domestic products as exposed to consumers. And the net welfare effects on tariffs can be both positive or negative, depending on the internal of the state, but will likely have the noticeable effect on the economy. So again, things that are coming in from other countries could put terrorists on it, and I think that will actually help out where people in our country could buy things that are made in the USA. And I think that that will be something that our administration may or may not look into it. And again, that's why you have a chief of staff and you have all your cabinet people that can tell you what can happen and affect on people. But again, here in this game, when you do one thing, it affects on all others. Okay, but right now I'm just showing you guys what is here. And again, it's so much that you can cover. Let's move on. So, justice. You got media censorship, which is determine authority on over censorship, government, critical reporting, influence the population, and a rate of approval rate of. I've never really well media censorship. I'm not really sure if they even have that over here. I'm not sure. I got to look into that. Surveillances. I'm pretty sure that they have surveillances because, um, yeah, I'm sure they have surveillances. Secret surveillance of individuals permit to find harmless criminals. Yeah, they definitely have that, especially in my hometown, Jersey City, which is called the Big Brother, which they have these big cameras up, and a lot of people were saying that, yeah, it's good for crime, but it's bad for business because they believe that their privacy is being invoked because they feel that whoever's monitoring the monitor is monitoring something else, and that's looking into people's homes. So that was something that the surveillances was really bad. And I think it was really bad because I know like at one point when they was picking and putting up the Big Brother in Jersey City, uh, they would spend all this money on one surveillance, put it on a block, and then the next time when they put it there, it's like everybody has gone to another block that didn't have a surveillance. So it's like it was a waste of time putting money there and putting that camera there because now everything, all the activity has moved from that area, and you spend all this money just to track and just to move it, like it doesn't make any sense. So that's where that money will come out of. But is it really available? Is it really something that you really need as a law? And I think that all this plays in like it could be again good and it could be bad. Okay, I think our police department can handle all the surveillances, and they have certain things in their departments to like sneak out crime. But to make it a law, I think it's not something that we will look into. My administration. Torture is definitely something that we do not look into anything. We do not torture people in this country, so that we're not going to even look into that. Dictatorship, we're not a country of dictatorship. I do know that Omar Gaddafi was a dictator, and we're not dictatorship country. Anti-corruption. So specify the shadow economy of corruption or anti-combat. Influence the rate of corruption and crime, and well as population approval rate. Now, this is the prosecution. So this could be either good or bad. I gotta see what we can do for this, but again, it may be good, may be bad. But right now, I'm not gonna mess with it. It says media. Gambling. Now, gambling forbids gambling. Now, we need gambling. Gambling, people now people might say we need it, it's bad for business, but nah, I don't think so. It could help in a way because I did hear that people who play the lottery system, when you play the lottery system and you don't win, that money goes to schools. It helps out schools. So gambling, I'm not really sure, but right now I'll just leave it. My predecessor left the way it was, so yeah, I'm not gonna look into it. The alcohol ban, again, this is the consumption and alcohol can affect the economy. Right now, you guys did see that alcohol. No, it wasn't the alcohol. It was the tobacco. But I'm not going to put an alcohol ban up, because if that happens, then we're definitely going to have a problem, because everybody who is suffering from PTSD and people who depend on alcohol to, get them past. Some people are not abusing it like others. I'm not going to put an alcohol ban on this great country. And definitely a religion ban is not going to be no religion ban. But I can tell you that in the country is practice freedom of speech. So a religion ban is something I'm not going to put on right now. It says medium, that it is what it is. Now we're going to go to environmental. The environmental deals with the engine-related vehicle tax, and this is something motor-related vehicle taxes caused by population buy more economy cars. So I think um, my administration will look into dealing with energy-related vehicle taxes, like electric taxes for electric vehicles. A lot of people can definitely benefit from that, but I guess it's not something that people really, really want, because ain't nobody got time for plugging your car up and then gotta wait, and then you driving down the street, and then you driving, and then it cuts off, and then instead of going to the gas, you gotta wait to your battery start. People don't got time for that. So right now, we're just gonna not mess with that. Nuclear phase out. Now, this is something that I've seen a lot of people do when it comes to some of the laws in this great country. Now, the nuclear phase out is anchor in the law and result in a gradual law. The effect of nuclear energy and active nuclear reactions are switched off and replaced by renewable energy sources such as wind and solar power and plants. Percentage of government spending of energy and spent on this is at 50. It's not a law yet, but we can see what this brings, whether it could be good or whether it could be bad. Then we have the diesel ban, and then we have plastic bag ban. Now, I can tell you that there is a plastic bag ban in parts of the country. Some states have a plastic bag ban, and I think now they're moving on to like they charging 5 cents for a bag, and they're trying to get rid of it because plastic actually pollutes the our environment really, really bad. Okay, so again, these are all the laws that you can do, as well as the overview for what in this part. Okay, next is the statistics and data. So I showed you the overview, the government spending, the taxes, the laws. Now we're in the statistic data. And in the statistic data, it gives you an overview of everything that we must work on with my current administration. So again, this shows all statistics and data about the country. And click on the button on the left to see more details. And the longer the blue bar lists issues below, the more urgent is the problem. So right now, and here is saying that our debt to GDP ratio is a problem, is becoming a problem, and our crime rate is becoming a problem. We have right here, which is completely insufficient, which is saying our budget for police, prison, and long distance heating and bikeways. So again, if our police and prisons was not completely insufficient, then we wouldn't have a problem with our crime rate. But I think if you press on it, does it show us anything? Okay, it does. So boom. Okay, that's how it works. All right, so right now, from my predecessors, I'll show you guys what he did or what she did. All right, approval rating. This is my approval rating. It's okay. I'm at 50. My population, this is how much we have. This is how many people we have in our great country. 321 million people. Okay. Income, right now, we're actually losing money, okay? Because again, we are at a deficit of 146.25 billion, and we need to turn this into a surplus, okay? So again, our income is not looking good. We want to turn that around. Our debt. This is how much we're in debt. We're really technically not in the billion in debt. We're actually in the trillion in debt. Our GDP is 18,569,000. So GDP value of the company. Okay, so annual growth. Okay, so I think once we get our GDP up, then that's when we can do the universal basic income, which would be definitely good for people once when, And again, that's something that Andrew Yang wanted to do. The debt to GDP ratio shows the debt at a percentage of the country gross domestic product. It makes the easy rate of the state and economy across the ECU, which the government debt ratio should not be more than 60%. Right now, it's saying it's not good. The GDP per capita, they're saying is good. This is per capita, so let's see, divided by the population, individual seen, indicator of standard of living. So right now it's saying good. Again, once when we change certain things throughout the whole area, we'll see what and how all this is looking. Again, I've never played this game before. My administration first in here and definitely trying to make it happen. But right now I'm showing you guys what it is. The economic growth is okay, but we can actually make it do better. The unemployment rate is okay, but it can be better. Crime rate is not good. Now, why crime rate is not good? How do we tackle crime rate? So the crime rate indicates the number of crime per 100,000 inhibited per year. And a rate of 500 means a very safe environment, while you should be serious worry on a rate higher than 2,000. So that means it's over 4,000 does not need 4% of the population are criminals, because one person can commit more than one crime per year. So it's not good. Life expectancy in our country is 79.3. The birth rate is 13.20. The mortality rate is 8.40. Population growth, 48%. Very good. Environmental destruction is 16.0, which is the rate of the environmental destruction is based on the state of water, air, amount of erosion, biodiversity, national conservative, and other factors. So that will definitely be something that we can look into environmental destruction. State and infrastructure is at 81.4%. So I will definitely be at these looking at all this stuff to see how all this stuff is playing out, because all this is going to change throughout my administration once when I start implementing things. It might be in this video, it might not be in this video. But right now, I'm going to show you guys what it's all about so far in this game, what my administration is going to be dealing with to make it look good and make it better so we can be reelected. Shadow economy. So right now we have 5.9% is very good, but again, this is the rate shows the state shadow economy and the economy, as a whole. And these are active of generate income but avoid government regulations and taxes. So those are people who are under the books, right? Usually a legal way. For example, contacts of black market, black labor. So right now we have 5.9%. We don't want to get this out of control, because if we do, we're going to have a problem. Corruption rate, measure corruptibility of government official of the country. Right now we at 26.6%, which they're saying is good. Bribery, exception of businesses, administration, justice, policies, as well as private economic areas included. We don't really want people to take advantage of us, but again, we do know a lot of people who come in as corporate people are not actually corporate people. They are corrupt people. And that's why it's very important to increase those taxes, right? Corporate taxes. Because again, I'm not really sure that why is income taxes higher pulling out the yin yang, and corporate taxes is just not doing it, but they're at the same percentage. So we definitely need to, deal with that. And again, we could have a lot of white collar people come in and be like, yo, this is just what it is. But really, it's not the intention of. The intention is to be corruption. So we can pull that out. We can look into that. Education is 89.9, very good, but it could be better. Again, this is education population represents the points. Taking into account how much each match time person spends on average in every education level and quality of education facilities. Public health is definitely something we can look at, but right now is okay. Statistics of public health of the country calculate from vast data, for example, survival rate, patients, certain diseases, number of sick report per year, child maternity rates, number, hospital beds per habitation, and like indirect facilities, working conditions, environmental, right? So this is all the public health section here. Then we have what is called a tax burden. And the individual tax burden is the average tax burden of all people in the country for the same of all taxes per each month. Income taxes, social insurance, but also sales taxes. And again, that goes back to here. We're dealing with our sales taxes, inheritance taxes, and our real estate taxes. That all plays a part under our tax burden. And again, I'll be looking at all these things while I will be implementing my effective points, which again, I'm not really sure again what I'm going to be doing on my first day in office. This is my first day in office. So I have not really lowered the budget, lower the taxes and balance the budget. I haven't really done that yet. But I'm just still going up. I think I'm almost at the end of all this because it's just a lot of data that we just look at. And then the interest, this is the government bonds and credit balance, the calculation. Right now we're at 3.9%. And then our military strength. Our military strength is this. So I think this is how much people we have in the military. I'm not really sure. So let's see. Military strength is the value which builds up over time. If the funding of military is adequate, it gets used up in military conflicts. Military strength is rating based on activity personnel, amount of machines like tanks, helicopters, submarines, aircrafts, level of technology, actual training, and military. So I'm not really sure like what this number for. Like, did this determine how many helicopters, tanks, and submarines we have? Is that all in here? You see? Okay. Well, it looks like the my predecessors pulled up more than we can ever imagine because it seems like our military is higher. So I got to see what these numbers are. But okay, so now we're out of statistics and data, and then we're going to go to the press and see what the press is. So this is the press screen where you can have an overview of the current hot topics in this country if given a rough oversight of the state of this country, and you can influence the media on public relations. So right now we have three newspapers, and we have 10-minute murder. And can you click on this? Okay, so it says 10 murders in 5 hours. That's not good. That's the crime going high, right? We have this here is telling us that the government cannot protect you from crime anymore. I don't think that that's true. And then here, this newspaper saying, can we ever pay back our debt? Of course you could. And here it says UFO sighting in the Capitol. Wow. So we have four newspapers that are reporting. I guess we'll get this all the time when we will change our, when we implement and go to the next quarter. And let's look at public relations. So the press with public relations is select one more or actions below for this quarter in order to gain more approval for population. Note that the effective such as action better is used too frequently. So we can give interviews, which would estimate efficiently 100% and maximize approval booth at 8%. We can keep public tasks, like we could public talk. I'm sorry, public talk, and then we could do a public media stunt. So I guess once when we do all that, I guess that's like shows like certain things that we can do, like maybe or maybe I'll be getting advice to do one of these. I don't know when it will be the great times to do public relations, but maybe we can see like just to build quorum with them. Okay. And then last but not least, our military conflicts. So let's see. So right now it says our current conflicts. So technically right now, the United States, we're not in any conflicts with anybody. I don't think so. But most certainly we're not in conflict with Afghanistan and we're not in conflict with Syria. And when I was looking at some review with this game, I was looking at this part in particular, and what they decided to do, what the administration decided to do, was to eventually end the conflict with Afghanistan. So, real quick, let me just show you what the military is capable of doing here in this game. So, right now, according to our statistics and data here, it shows that we are currently military conflicts. Currently, military strength is, okay, 1,667. So, that actually went back to this number here and went there. So I'm thinking the more we have this, it'll definitely make it more for here. Like you see how this number is the same as the statistic data from our military. Okay, so uh, so here we can have past conflicts, which doesn't show, and then we have satellite states, which we don't have any. Then we can start a new conflict. Like we can go to Canada, and you can start a new conflict with Canada or Mexico. That's the border. We don't want to do anything with those guys because um, those are our brothers and sisters. Like we don't need anything. We never start no airstrike, no nuclear bombing, invasion of ground force. We don't need to do that with them. Remote. Now these are all our other people, and let's look at hold on. Let's look at Russia. Let's see Russia. Russia, is Russia here? Uh, let's see if Russia's here. Russia is here. Oh, it is Russia. Oh, so we actually got higher. It says our higher military strength is higher than them. They got nuclear weapons. So let's look at China. I know these. Let's see what they got. Matter of fact, let's see Hong Kong. Yeah, definitely not gonna see them. But let's look at China or North Korea. China. Okay, we actually got more than China. Okay, let's see North Korea. Oh man, just for the hell of it, they got 128. Pakistan. So it looks like we're basically higher than all these people. Is there any other country that has more than us? Afghanistan. We don't really need to do anything. So that's Syria. You see? I don't think, again, like I said, there was more than ways of actually pulling out of these countries. Like, no, we don't need to start a conflict with anybody. No satellite states. Sounds like these extend the country borders. No. Past conflicts, no. Matter of fact, let me see. When you do this and you do remote countries, what do you? Let's see. Support rebels, invade with ground forces, nuclear bombing. Ish. Nah. Okay. So back to this. The current conflicts. Okay. So they give you an option. So here, United States 35 and Afghanistan 65. So we and other ally control around 35% of their country, estimating remain military strength. Afghanistan 27. Support rebels, invasion, ground force, and airstrike. Or we could withdraw or offer a peace treaty. And the same thing with conflict with Syria since July 2014. We can do this, withdraw or offer a peace treaty. So again, what I did or what I seen was they withdrew from these two. Because again, when you have this, it takes money out of everything. Right? So I showed you guys everything, and it's just a game thing. Like this is just a game. It just shows you like the tips and everything, like taxes, goals, uh, Here's frequent questions. Why is the crime rate increasing? How do you reduce the unemployment rate? I think the law, tax rate, or budget in the game doesn't match the real world. Why is that? But it says it tries to be as realistic as possible. Then there's questions on why don't I see the effect of the next quarter when I change something? And just go on and on. Okay, so government spending. So yeah, just basically just everything what I showed y'all. Okay. All right, so let's go back to the game and maybe we can try to do something real quick to see if we can try to fix all this stuff. So now it is what it is. Again, these are some of the goals that we have to reach. Basically, get our crime rate down and also fix this. Yeah, I'm nervous as shit because I don't really want to fuck up nothing. But right now, this is my first time doing something. So again, I think my first day in office, after showing all you guys all that good stuff, I think I'm going to withdraw the military. Okay, I'm going to withdraw from Syria, and that is all my implement points. As you can see, it took away all my points, or I can undo the change and put it back, or I could withdraw from there, or I could undo it. But or you could offer a peace treaty, and that's 10, or you could also a peace treaty, and then it says we'll offer a peace treaty next quarter. Let's see. And if it's not, we could do it. But let's see. We're gonna do 10 for them, and then 10 for them, and we're gonna see that. I was just gonna pull out for both of them, but it is what it is. So I offered a peace treaty for both of them, and I don't have no more implement points. I'm gonna go ahead and move to the next quarter and see what that does. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and jump. So it's doing all this. Okay, so it says peace offer accepted. The peace offer was accepted by the Afghanistan. The conflict has ended. The peace offer accepted by Syria and the conflict has ended. Okay, so we say police helpless fighting crime. That's one of our newspapers. Okay, so now it gives us a quarterly summary, and it says your debt ratio is very high right now. Optimize your budget in order to provide stability in a country. The notables we have shadow that's gone up, economy growth gone up, approval rates gone down, education has gone down. These people tend to think that the government is doing its job and you don't perform any public relationship this quarter. Okay, so that's the PR stunt that they wanted me to do. Okay, so that would be this here. They wanted me to do like one of those. So now we have from 20 to 7. That was a big thing that we did when it came to our first quarter because we pulled out of those two wars. So hopefully that didn't take up a lot of things. Now, my second thing that I want to do in law is I want to increase minimum wage. Minimum wage, where's that at? I want to increase minimum wage. 725, I think we should raise it up. Let's see, that's 740. I'm put it to 750. Right? Because it was what? Let's see, it was 725. 730, 740, 750. Okay? And then I'm going to come back to taxes, and I'm going to see if I can sneak in and move this up to 36. Because the corporate tax need to pay money, right? And then income taxes, I don't have anything to implement because I was just going to bring that down. Okay, let's go ahead and see this. We can't really do anything, but right now let's check these spendings out. Right now we're still in a deficit of 139 and the debt of 13. So let's see if these numbers change. Okay, and hopefully that minimum wage can help out the people and fight crime. Okay. Oh God. Oh goodness. Uh-oh. Somebody is saying something right here. It's saying, would you re-elect government? 41 says yes. 41 says no. 18 says don't know. Nice work to the GDP. Ratio improved. It is now related. Could be better from previous, not good. The economic growth. It's now rating very good from previous, okay. Okay. The amount of debt of this country is not intolerable from one of our newspapers. Okay, so let's see. It says current rate of level which should be improved can be done by implementing stricter laws. So we have 7 of that. So let's see. Maybe we can implement something. Maybe we can do with something with our police and prisons, okay? Because it's saying that we can stricter the laws on that. Let's see. Where's my. Okay, so the GDP per capita has gone up, and the GDP product has gone up too. Where's my approval rating? I don't see it. It says the people think this government is doing its job. Okay, and the services that I implemented was corporate taxes and minimum wage. Okay. So now let's look at crime rate. So how do we fix the crime rate now? So let's go into our laws because we do know that a lot of people, well, actually, when current administration went into office, they had, implemented some laws. So let's see if we can, let's see if we can. I don't think we can write a law. I don't think we can. No, it's not that. Let's see. I gotta go into. Let's see. Is it security? Okay, I think it is. Okay. So with police, let's go ahead and add. Let's see. Can we add something here? Let's see. Press, and we're gonna add. They got a new budget, completely insufficient. We're gonna see if we can like separate this. So we got 7, 6. Wait, I want to move it over. No. Okay, that doesn't work. Okay, so that's 4. And then our prison, let's go ahead and do it 1, 3. Okay, let's do here and add police. Well, how much does it take? Oh, it needs 3. Okay, so let's come here and just. Okay, just do undo and then undo. All right. Okay, there and then a rest for this. Okay. Now let's see. Hopefully that works because they just said they wanted to increase something with the police and good news, everybody. Crime rate is getting better. Okay, but my approval rate has gone down. Okay, crime rate is currently at low, which can improve. Okay, so it seems like the crime rate is improving. So it's saying that introduce stricter laws, increasing the budget, very high rate, optimize your budget in order to provide stability for the country. Okay. Okay. It looks like the deficit is going down, y'all. Look like we're about to get a surplus in a minute. But let's see. Um, let's go back to taxes. Now, income taxes. I did promise that I was going to bring down income taxes, right? Hold on. We're already in October now. Hold on, let me see something. My approval rate is what? 42. So far, oh, I didn't know you could roll down here. Um, like everything, you can't really tackle as much as you can in the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, because let me see, we have approximately 13 more quarters until election. So I'm going to try to see if we can do something within that. Again, it's going to be a rocky situation because, again, if you want to do the module of lowering the balance and lowering the taxes and balance the budget, again, everybody's going to be effective across the board. Uh, Again, like I said, I think corporate taxes is the highest. Let me see, law. Let me see. We can go ahead and hit those taxes for corporate because corporate, again, we don't know. And I know they're going to be pissed at me, but hey, let me see. One, two. I'm just going to probably do them every quarter. Let's get them there. Property taxes. I'm going to go up on property taxes because there's a lot of people that got property taxes, and I think that they should be paying more. So I'm gonna do. Oh, we can't really go up on that. Um, let's see. I'm not gonna mess with it. I'm just gonna let that carry over. I did enough I can. Right. Let's see. Okay, so it's the opposite. Trustworthy. Yes. No. Don't know. Oh boy. Good news, everyone. Public health getting better. Okay. So, we're in January 2019. It seems like we got a lot of negatives down here. All right, so you see it carried over in there. Uh, Let me see. Look at that. You won't believe what this cow did. And rising crime blamed on government. I don't think so. That was something that that I think in New York, they were saying that the reason why crime was increasing is because at some point they had released people out due to the coronavirus, and then they didn't have the court open. But to my understanding, if you go to Cook County, Illinois, they're doing uh, court on Zoom, and they have a court reporter, they have a judge, they have a camera at the Cook County Jail, they have a prosecutor, and then they have a defense, and they have court right there. It's bond hearings. So it's like, you know, I don't understand how you don't or you can't get the job done without a court system. Okay, so real quick, let's see statistics and data. So basically, what I want to work on is going to see like what are the most pressing issues. So again, some of the issues that we're having is the shadow. Okay, so my approval rate is getting there. So state of infrastructure, education, the debt. Okay, so hold on. Let's see. Are we out of that? Okay, we still debt of 96. All right, taxes. Again, like I said, it's gonna get worse for it to get better. Because again, I don't know what my predecessor did, but we are definitely, according to this, are not looking good. So you have to fix these things. Let me see. I think like once when you get into the surplus, you can start giving these things out to people. Maybe you might can give it out now. I don't know. But and I do know you have to have enough of these implement points to do it, right? It says, hey, it says you can try to implement your approval rate or lower corruption in order to get more implement effective points per capita, or play the game with a low difficult standards. Okay, it's our very high. Okay, spending. Let me see. Social Security. So wait. So if I change this, the government spending. So if I change this, that means we're going to. Okay. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me see. Defense. Let's take out defense. It says more than needed. So let's see. Let's take out. Hold on. It says excellent. So let's take out defense. Right. We're gonna take out defense because right now we're not in no conflict with people, right? Um, Social Security, I think we can. Let me see. It says just enough, insufficient, just enough. Let's do that for there. All right. Education says good. Higher learning insufficient. I think we're gonna make that good because once when we do that, then I think people will start. Okay, let's put that for there. Public schools, secondary schools. Um, okay, let's go to the next quarter. Let's see what that does. It is now rated very good for previous good per capita. Let admit we have a problem debt to GDP ratio. Oh God, I don't think that happened. Yeah, because they're like, oh boy, look at my approval rating. What the just happened? Um, See, this is totally different from Democracy 3 because again, you have your cabinet and everybody telling you what to do and how to do it. But right now, this game is not there. It's like, man, I can't go to no Secretary of Defense or Secretary of State and ask what the problem is or Department of Energy or whatever. It's just like I'm making like all the decisions. Uh, but we are getting out of our deficit, which is negative, which we definitely be making more. I don't know what I can do. I don't know what to do. Homeburger is on the rise. Um, let's see. Oh boy, minimum wage. Should I still increase minimum wage? Working time. Write a law. Man. I think that dictatorship will be something. Nah, let me stop. Let me see. I don't want to do all this because I have to use up my implement things. Oh boy, maybe I should make this harder because gun, but it's not that. So let's see. It's still without policing, right? Is it the policing? Worsen. Oh, crime rate. Let me see. Not good. Not good. Okay, so how do we? Okay, so let's see. Security. We gotta bring this up, bro. Okay, that's there. That's the police. There. I think that's what it is. Let me just go there. I don't know. Increase the taxes for the sales tax. I don't know. Would you say the government has weakness? Yes. No. Don't know. Who cares? I ain't never meet those people. Uplifting unemployment rate now improved in 18 months. Okay. Oh my God, my improvement rate is gone. I said the crime rate is currently at a level which should be improved. This can be done by implementing stricter laws and increasing the budget for police. And I did that. I increased it. I increased that for them. Um, I guess minimum wage wasn't something. Okay, wait. Laws. What law do I need to put in? What law do I need to put in for justice? Surveillance. Should I put this in? To find rather harmless criminals, organize individuals, affect the crime rate and uh, population approval rate. Oh boy. I guess this game is harder than I thought. I don't know. Uh, security, police, prison. Maybe I should just. It says very poor. Damn, you gotta put it all the way up here. 35. Oh Lord. Police. What you gotta do for police? About 80. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay, next quarter. I guess I won't be reelected next quarter. Oh, my tax burden getting worse. 18 months. Whatever. Taxes. Corporate taxes. Okay, so let me bring corporate taxes down to 30. Let me bring income taxes down to 30%. And property tax, let me just, oh, maybe it's a Social Security that's fucking with them. All right, I'm about to milk them. Now let's see. I don't know. Describe the work of the government as good. Oh boy. Performance of the government in question. Oh God. Oh boy. Education getting worse. How education getting worse? How is educating getting worse? Worse. Very bad. Oh damn. I guess I'm not doing good. Uh, education is okay. Tax burden, good. Okay, maybe they need to Social Security. Okay, maybe Social Security need to go up. What day was that before? Was that 209? 18. Okay, I don't know what it was at the beginning, right? Okay, let's do alcohol taxes. And let's do fuel taxes. I know they're gonna hate me. But deficit look like it's coming out of the pockets, right? Let's see. Environment destruction looks better, best since 33 months from now. Oh my goodness. Well, we got a surplus. We got a surplus. It's all about that surplus? No, it's not about that surplus. It's about, oh God. Okay, corporate taxes 30, income taxes 30. Maybe I need to bring this down. Let me bring it down to 19. I know that's not gonna be good. Sales tax, let me bring it up. That's it. Let's see. If you re-elect the government, darn, it said no. What is the government doing? State of infrastructure not improving at all. I don't know. Could be better. Uh-oh. Damn, I think my administration is going to be out in the next year. Well, you know what? Hey, always come back and try it again, right? But look, I did put it at very difficult, you guys. Now, I did put it at very difficult. Maybe it's very difficult because it is what it is. But I did put it at very difficult, thinking that it will give like some hooks and stuff. So I should just kept it at medium. But yeah. Let's see. Defense, energy, infrastructure, people, economy, heat and fuel. Let's take out that. Electric, gas, there. Communication, finance, medical, defense. Okay. You have made more changes than you implemented effective points. Yeah, I know. Just don't do that. Oh boy. Okay. Just go reach. It's getting better. We're back in the deficit. Health insurance. Okay. Gun control. And minimum wage. Okay. Okay, let's do some press public relation. Let's give an interview. Can we do that? Okay. We just click it, right? Give an interview, and I don't know how much of that will be, but just let's do that. Things you didn't know about our government. The election is approaching and will be here in just 3 quarters. And your approval rate is just 38.13%. You need a rating of at least 50% to continue the government after election. You can try to do a media stunt for a quick, short-term approval rate. I did that. Oh, you didn't do a media stunt, Kareem. Wait. Okay, we're gonna do that media stunt, and then taxes. We're going to 40% on taxes. I should have been did that. And income taxes, just put it back up to 24. Inherited taxes, 25. Sales taxes, 20. Boom. Let me see. I just increased so much money. Would you say the government has weakness? Yes. Corruption. Nobody would be re-electing this government. Hey, but I got some hand claps. Two more elections, 2 more election. But look, we got a surplus of 125 point. So yeah, so maybe we can just let's give some. What can we give back to the people? How can we give back to the people? What? How can we give back to the people? Like can I do any more? Let's do another one of that. And how can we give back to the people? How can we give back to the people? I increased the minimum wage, right? Okay, minimum wage was increased to $7.90. I keep doing that. What else can I do? How can I give back to the people? Write a new law. Public transportation. Usage is reduced or even free. How can we just make it free? Is this gonna be bad? Let's do that. Less need and by which reduce personal spending on transportation and pollution as well as the ecological damage. Okay, so let's do that. I don't know, but I do something. I'm looking bad. Would you describe the government good? 41. Oh. Looks best in 45 months. Oh goodness! So I should just keep doing publicity stunts for okay. Try increasing the budget. Let's see what it says. The crime rate currently at level. The state infrastructure does not look practically good. It could economy growth. Try increasing the budget for relevant departments to encounter. Okay, so let's go back to doing a publicity stunt, right? Maybe because that seems like it works. And then taxes. Wait. First of all, I have one more quarter until, and I have to get a rating of 50. So, how can I, what can I do to make it look good for people? I gave them, um, let me see. Okay, let's just budget for Bikeway. Let's see. Let's give them something. Let's give them, let's give them that and medical energy. No, we want to do something for these people. Okay, so Bikeway, can we just give them more? Bikeway more? Wait, what was it before? 8? Uh, okay, it's 3. Buses. Okay, more than needed. Boom. Oh, God, here we go. And quarter and jump to the next one. Attention, there are elections. By counting, the election process will also be started. Oh, God, let's see. Oh, 41, 41, 4130. Other. Oh, Lord Jesus. It's a fire. Election loss. You lost the election. The approval rate of the population was too low. Your government will be dissolved. And another one will take over. That's how democracy works. You're right. Now, what happened is, okay, so basically what happened was, let's go back to new game. And again, see how this here, I had it all the way up to very difficult. Now, you can have gameplay easy or you can have medium, difficult, very difficult. I'm gonna have it on medium, and they have scenarios, right? So one scenario is attempt to modern Canada could see improvement. Then they have the Greece debit crisis 2009 or the UK Brexit, right? Or you just endless game with the country, Germany, Switzerland. Huh? Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, this is just all the parts of the world you can do so far. But again, it was just the United States, and I had it. It's an easy, medium, difficult. Oh, they also have a thing too. Yeah, I think once when you put it in like certain things, it will play. But I guess on the next administration, matter of fact, we could start our administration now, and then I'll just end it. Okay. So we'll just do it there. And congratulations, we won the election. And I think things are definitely gonna be. We don't have to do the tutoring. We already know what it is. So, without further ado, I think we'll just go from there. Uh, I just think that it's very important that we try to make sure that we look out for every citizen in this great country, because again, we really don't want to be really bad and just look at, as we seen from the first part that I just played, that it was very difficult and I couldn't obviously handle it, or very difficult. So apparently once and it was actually challenging because I just started the game and I just started playing and I didn't really know what I was coming up against. And all my implements was used up with the military conflict. So in this case, with these conflicts, I'm not going to withdraw or do anything with them. Not now. What I'm gonna do is let me see. I'm just going to go to the next quarter. Well, I did. Let me see. Matter of fact, let me just go ahead and minimum wage 725, 760. Let me see. This would be a one-time thing. I'm not going to do this ever again. $8. Okay, so that's it. So I think one of the things was to hire that to get people to could be better. Nobody will reelect this government. Why? Why nobody want to reelect me? I mean, I increased the minimum wage. Okay. Now my next thing would be corporate tax. I'm just gonna go like all the way up to 40. Right? Inheritance tax, I'm gonna go up to 24. And again, this is some of the things you could you could always change this. And then here I'm just gonna do 2. Just 2. Oh, all right, I'll keep it at 1. No, okay. Next. $41.41. Debt intolerable. Pretty much better than what happened before, right? All right, so again, well, okay, so it says our crime rate. Crime rate not good. So now we can do something with our police departments. So let's go and go up to security, police, and let's go ahead and add like do that in prison. Okay, that should be good. Just always trying to get that reelection. Uplift the environmental destruction now improving for 9 months. Okay. Crime rate is currently level, your debt ratio. Okay. Boom. So now let's go to and also to what I've learned too and what I've read that some certain things don't really have anything to do with the thing. It doesn't really have anything to do with the game. I think it's just focused like on certain things, right? Um, you can always milk these people out of their money. Like just go ahead and just um, oh, it's just like taking out all. Let's do that. Unemployment. Let's see. Crime rate getting better, right? Approval rate going down. Okay, so let's do bikeways. Let's put some money in this. What else? I don't know how many they give you. Long distance heating. What the hell is long distance heating? Wait. I think this should be bad. I thought that was let me see. Okay, let's do 2 streets. And then more bikeways, right? That's cool. The people currently not. Man, whatever. Maybe we could do a publicity stunt. Let's do that. Taxes. Corporate. Maybe because corporate taxes too high or something? Y'all mad? And this, okay, maybe I should just drop it down to 30. So security dues, 17. Alcohol. Don't drink. Okay, sales tax. Okay, inheritance tax. Any other like that? 16. Let's see. Okay, because I did my publicity stunt. Is that what it is? What's next? Okay, so taxes. Hold on, let me see. I think this could be a little bit better as far as like letting people know what problem is. Because then you go to life expectancy. So how do you change these things? Corruption rate, good. Overview. I don't even want to go to my rule rating. Uh, Military conflict. Okay, so just get these people out. Let's see. Offer treaty. Maybe it's holding up money. I don't know. Government spending. Maybe we can pull out from certain things. Uh, Again, I never heard of coffee tax. Maybe I should just implement this and just see if people like it. Let's see. Let's do 3% on coffee, gambling, and let's see what that does. I have no idea. It's a game. Okay, it ain't really in real life. Just trying to help out to make some money and get people. They say my job ain't good. You mess around and get a non-reelection because I put all these taxes, coffee tax and gambling tax. Okay, so let's get rid of that. Let's see, get rid of and gambling, get rid of and credit tax, income taxes, corporate tax. Okay, let's bring corporate tax up to 50. Ooh, wee! They ain't gonna like me, honey. They not gonna like me. Crime rate looks best since 33 months. I ain't do that publicity stunt. Yeah, I should always do publicity stunts for here. Let's keep doing all. Maybe by doing all this, give me like certain things. Cause I don't see us taking out anything else, so it's not taking anything out from me. So let's keep doing that every term. Okay. Okay. So see. Okay. See. This is again. This is way different from Democracy 3. Democracy 3 gives you like everything, but again, that's some liberal capitalists and playing between those things, and I don't got time for that. And plus, they said the game kept crashing or whatever. How? What else can I help out with this? Space program. Y'all want some money in the space program? Okay, want money in the space program. Research. Y'all want some money in there? Adequate. Education, good. Medicine, good. Defense. Social Security. Okay, we got that. Oh, it says, would you re-elect the government? And they said 53 said yes, 33 said no. What happened? What happened? Government talks with the media? Yes. I'm telling you, let's do that every time. The people tend to think that the government is doing good. Uh, PR relation. Okay, so maybe that's good. Maybe the press thing is good. Let's do it again. That's the first thing we're gonna keep doing. We're gonna go here, here, here. Um, 6 between there. Now I think I got enough to pull out. Maybe I could pull out these things. But again, remember it's 10, 10 to end it. Withdraw, withdraw. Uh, okay. Let's see. What can we give these people? We gave them space program. Let's see. Most pressing issues. Okay, let's go ahead and add in there, right? And let's see, let's add in bikeway, right? Let's add in bikeway, right? And let's add in, the last time I did this, they didn't like that. Okay, there we go. Maybe they like me now. Miami. Environmental destruction crash. Good, everyone. Shadow economy getting better. Oh, because I'm adding money into that, right? Is that what y'all like? Is that what y'all like? Okay, let's keep adding money to this. Maybe they like it. Okay, boom. We got the goals. I think we gotta fix unemployment. Well, before we do that, we gotta go to do the publicity stunt and all that. Boom. Give an interview. Do that. Boom. What's this? How do we fix this unemployment rate? But how do you fix this? Jobs. Um. How do you do unemployment? How do you fix that? Okay, so let's see. Laws. Write a law. Plastic ban. 10. That's cool. We just put a law in plastic bag ban. Okay. Okay. All right. First thing, public relation. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see. It seems like, are we doing any good? Income going up, fluctuated expectation. Okay, so public health. That look like medicine. That look like this. When people in the country have to be free. What, the lower the bad, the higher the bad? How does it work? Okay, let's do 58. Let's do 60%. I don't know, the bad, the good, the good, the bad, the lower the higher the bad. I don't know, what's what? Oh God, look like we're gonna get reelected, right? Hopefully. We got to go to public relation, give interview, keep public relation, perform media stunt, uh, spending, medical. I think we need to just keep giving them that. Education, excellent. Okay, finances, good. Communication, good. Waste, okay. See, we'll get the hang of it, right? Would you say that the government has weakness? No. Is this the recession? Why y'all say it's just a recession? My approval rate going up. Like I said, those press public relations is definitely working out. So we definitely gonna do that. Uh, let's look into the. Now what I'm doing is I'm trying to see like they're here. It goes into those. So the shadow economy, state infrastructure. So see how the rail and roll right there. So when you go to government spending, what's that rail and roll? Transportation. This is what we do. We raise it up, make it good. Right? Excellent. Bikeways. That's how we do it. I'm actually reading some of the data on how you do it. Now we should see some increase. It says, would you describe the work of the government as good? Yes. Okay, finally we're getting somewhere. Because I'm reading this and I'm trying to see like how I can make this right. Okay, so again, we need to do a publicity stunt yet again. Boom, 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 because it seems like it works. Right? And then now we still need to target our unemployment. So what do we go for the unemployment? The unemployment is, how do you do the unemployment? What? Security, unemployment. Okay, so let's bring this up. Let's do excellent. And yeah, we good. We're gonna be reelected again. I know we are. Told you, cause I fixed that unemployment stuff. I know how this working now. Election victory. Congratulations on one election. You represented the government for another period. And the fate of this country thus continue to be in your hands. Okay? And that's how I'm going to end it right here On this episode, I actually had a great time dealing with this government simulator as me being the president. We did the first, I guess, the first term. Oh, we got a comment here. Who's saying something? What happened? Let's see what we got here. Oh, okay. Somebody said, DC Sanders, I would love to vote for you. Oh, thank you so much, DC Sander, for tuning in and being here with me on this Friday. Thank you so much, DC Sander. Thank you for your vote as being the president of this great game, Government Simulator. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this right here, right? And I'm going to, if anything, I'll probably just come back with this at a later date and give you guys some more information on Government Simulator. Again, this is an old game, but I just wanted to get some content in for this for you guys because somebody had sent me this game and they wanted me to play it and review it, and I think it's awesome. I think it's dope. Again, like I said, when I first started playing it, I think starting out at difficulty higher was really messed up my presidency. And I really thought that that was like the flawless, and I really thought that it would actually pick up from like real data, but it doesn't really pick up because again, we noticed that the deficit was not in the billions; it's actually in the trillions. So that was like a little bit off or whatever. And I think and I know they're not doing any type of update to this game. I think the last was 2017. I think was the last that they did. Uh, but I can say that in Democracy 3, they do have like what is called like cabinet members, like for law and order, and also for like the economy and the tax and stuff. I'm not really sure if this game will implement that. It would be great to have, um, some people in the game that can actually help out and give you updates and reports on certain things. But what I've learned about Government Simulator is that I guess the higher the meter difficulty is going to be, and you're not going to accomplish anything. And I also noticed that with the points at the top, you don't really have to spend so much of those points on first quarter. Remember, those things build up, and then when you do certain things at one point, it actually carries over on the next one. But I've learned also too that, like I said, you see the second time we played and we won a victory. We got reelected, and I think that's where we'll leave off when I come back on the next stream. Okay, so thank you guys so much for joining here. This is I play Government Simulator. I'm Kareem Clemons, and I want to say thank those who are here, thank those who are on their way, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Also, thank those who are on Mega Studio News Facebook, thank those who are on the YouTube page, and thank those who are on Periscope. For more information, you guys can visit the blog page. Bye.